a ZBCN. I found an article which is weird. Just out of the blue, I was looking and the article popped up. So let me know what you guys think about that as well. And let's get to the spotlight and see what we can see. So let's start with who is this? Our sponsor, Caleb and Brown. Shout out to Caleb and Brown. Caleb and Brown is a crypto brokerage. So if you are new to crypto and looking for a crypto brokerage, you're looking for someone to help you navigate the exciting world of crypto and help you avoid the pitfalls and the up and downs. This is Caleb and Brown 24/7 support. They will help you with an expert. So I think they're based out of Australia. So if you do call them at night, it's actually probably day there. So it's really not night. So they can help you and you get your own personal broker. And I actually need to hit my broker up because a lot of people are signing up. So I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys that are trying to support the channel, trying to help me rebuild the crypto community. You guys haven't heard that in a while, but make sure you sign up. There is a link in the description and you can join Caleb and Brown. Let's see here. Go over to the chat. What up, Crypto Clay? What up? What up? What up? What up, Crypto Clay? What up, my brother BTM? What is going on, fam? What up, Yazim? We're back on the night shift. BTM, what up? What up, Yazim? Welcome back. So yeah, like I said, I got some interesting things to show you, but we'll start with the bubbles. Then we'll go over to X. So this is white's up 14.4%. Hash flow is up 2.1. Near's up 3%. Alchemy Pay is up 9%. Ingest is up 2.4. Aleo's up 1.9. Luna's up 0.9. XPR is up 0.6. HBAR is up 3.9. Gala's up 1.8. Ondo's up 1%. Sui's up 1.6. AIOZ is up 2.2. Link's up 2.5. What is this? Arbitron? Our Archblock is up 0.6. Algorand is up. Wow. What is Algorand? Up 0.4. Dog with a hat's up 3.2. Fluck is up 2.8. Solana's up 0.5. Bonk is up 2.7. Avalanche is up 1.8. Link's up 2.4. Turbo token is up 2.1. ORDI is up 2.2. Litecoin's up 2.6. PIF is up 2.3. BitTensor Tiles up 2.4. FTT is up 2.5. Nexo is up, what is this? 0.1. FET is up 2.5. Fartcoin's up 10%. MOG is up 2.9. Metal is up 3.8. Radium's up 2.1. VET is up 1.4. Cubic is up 0.3. Peanuts up 0.4. XPX 6900 is 2.8. Binance is up 0.8. Theta's up 2.1. Putty Penguin is up 3.8. Bear's up 2.5. ICP is up 0.9. Moonand's up 2.4. Airdrone is up 2.2. This is Arbitron's up 2.1. Shib's up 1.3. Baby Dodge's up 2.3. AIZ16's up 0.7. Helium is up 3.6. Caspa, I might do a Caspa live later. I'm trying to figure out Caspa or XRP. I don't know. Brett is up 0.7. XRP is actually down 0.9. Back down to $2.57. World Mobile is down 3.3. Come on, World Mobile. So let's see here. Our favorite payroll processor, or a ZBCN, to all the ZBCN pirates, the Zebec millionaires, the Zebecaires are down 1.2 on the day, up 0.4 on the hour, up 5% on the week, up 1 point, or up 0.8, down 0.8 on the month. I'm tripping, but still up 264% on the year. Just waiting to you see what Batty is going to go over today. If you're not bullish enough, fam, just wait. So yeah, before we get to the actually let's check the holders. So holders 87,328. That's weird. Holder count. That's where they took the breakdown. Oh, I'm about to say. Holder trend. So for 12 hours, added 25. On the day, we added 56. 3 days, 120. 7 days, 471. 14 days, 842. 30 days, 3,592. Not too bad for the month. Solar Scan says 87,333. This guy says 338. Currently, we're up 1.64% on the hour, down 30 or 64 on the day. For the week, we're up 6.5% to the 0038. 30 days, we're down 0.55%. For the 90 days, down 24.8. And for the year, up 264%. So let's see here. On the CoinMarketCap saying the market cap is 3.9 trillion for the crypto market, up 1.1%. Back in neutral, not in fear or greed, still in the middle here. Altcoin season's back to 30. I think it came down and it's coming back up. So it's going to be some time before the bull run starts. Probably at the end of the year, maybe, might have something happen. The Fed did cut the interest rate 2.5 today, but that was expected. So don't expect a crazy run on the market anytime soon. Maybe some momentum, but nothing crazy yet. Average crypto RSI is in the middle between oversold and overbought. Let's see, we can close this down, So, drum roll, please. So I was reading and I came across this article, which is weird. So, what is this? This is a Zebec stock. I'm not sure, right? I got to research this, but I was wondering, anybody seen this? This is Forge Global, and this is the Zebec logo, and this is Zebec stock. Secondary marketplace, trade private companies, buy and sell a Zebec. And if you go down here, actively traded fintech companies, Forge reviews all bids and acts to ensure fair pricing, requires 30-day expiration to maintain accuracy. So I was like, is this really Zebec? And I checked. Zebec is a developer of continuous settlement protocol on the Solana platform with the mission to make financial transactions seamless and inclusive. The company has products including the Zebec card, RWA payments, DPN, Zebec Vault. Zebec founded in 2021 by Sam and headquarters in New York. So I was like, that's weird. This is actually an IPO for Zebec. So, as I mentioned, there's definitely some information, or the word is getting out about Zebec. So, again, guys, you are early to the party, then this is the live AMA. Make sure you guys share that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat. And this is Trading Sniper. I think we'll get to that video in a minute. This is Captain Zach, and this is the Zebec Network. So let's go to Smart Trader, value inflow trend on large market caps in the past hour. And you can see number 10, ZBCN, 4,114. Maybe it's 104. No, 4,000. I guess that is 114. Pump, 424,000. Trump, 402. Useless, 74,000. Bonk, 31,000. Okay, render 30,000. DBR, 19. MEW, 17. Grass, 17. And Jupiter, 6. And this is a video we're also going to check out. This is NVIDIA's secret plan with a Zebec. That's actually something I was going to check. Crypto Clay sent that to me as well. So we're going to check that out in a minute. What up, ZBCN, man? What's going on, fam? ZBCN posted a stream. Thanks, ZBCN, man, because I definitely want people to see this NVIDIA secret plan. So this is crypto AI just broke the internet. 402's viral surge with Coinbase. Imagine what happens when 402 connects to real payments in the finance chain. ZBCN, XRP, XLM, and XDC, and other ISO 20022 ready assets. That's where things get wild. There aren't just coins anymore. It's becoming liquidity layer for the internet of value, where money moves like data and AI agents trade in real time. And I've seen an article while we're talking about AI, the Amazon AI center is coming online. So as we're talking about moving money, what up, Joan? A Zebec holder. Welcome, fam. But yeah, as the Amazon center comes online, people got to realize a lot of these stuff that the data centers do, they trade in crypto. So there's going to be some big influx of crypto coming from the data centers because they're not going in there putting down credit cards and cash. They're going to use crypto. So let's check this out. This is from the AMA earlier. I think this is Uphold in the super app, but actually let's go to the first one because I think we started. This is the summary of what Zebec Network has been doing so far. And this is Sam talking, not Sam, this is the CEO, and he's talking about some of the stuff he's been in the meeting.
Suite and a major payment.
So let me run it back real quick.
Swift's annual CBOS event alongside the global banking community. And building on some of the conversations that we had at CBOS, we then traveled to San Francisco for meetings with an agentic AI company that will be integrating soon across our payroll suite and a major payments blockchain that I'm sure our community is quite familiar with. Then coming back from the US straight into the Digital Asset Summit here in London was great to see many Zebec clients and partners participating in the event this year. And from there, I popped over to Zurich, Switzerland for an event with our friends at Sygnum Bank, hosted by the former chair of the CFTC. And now, as I said, back here in the Zebec offices in central London for what I'm hoping is going to be a few quieter weeks as we aim to ship new product by year end.
A few quieter weeks. Let's
see if that's possible.
That is not something that's been in the Zebec vocabulary so far, but we love that. Okay, I think I grasped everything that you said there. I'm going to ask if you can kind of go through these one by one with me, because I know there'll be an awful lot that was picked up at each of them. So let's start with CBOS, right? So everyone's talking about regulation, compliance, and custody. CBOS, obviously, really interesting. It carries a great deal of weight in terms of like institutional direction. You mentioned to me a little earlier that that blockchain was front and center this time. Give us a sense of what that looked like on the ground.
Yes, definitely. I would say, along with our team, Neil and Elena, who joined me at CBOS, it was definitely the premier conference of the year. Having attended now for a couple years, this was really Zebec's first time as an exhibitor. And we were joined by members of the Swift network, ranging from infrastructure providers such as the DTCC and Euroclear to global banks and money managers. This year, blockchain was truly front and center in the event. You had Swift announce a blockchain-based ledger system in partnership with Chainlink, which in our view is going to allow an influx of financial institutions to connect to blockchain networks globally. And from our meetings with banks at the conference, we now have confirmed that there are major plans in the works for institutional tokenization, which in our view will open the floodgates for blockchain-based payroll systems like Zebec. When institutions are regularly using tokenized assets for transactions, tokenized payroll is a natural extension of all of that. And once you see the top 20 global banks supporting these assets, our real-time finance engine can become so much more powerful than just a payroll engine.
Yeah, it really does feel like Zebec is starting to move kind of from, I'm not going to say single product, but like a few very clear building blocks, as we've referred to them before in these spaces, starting to really start, excuse me, to pivot into this kind of genuine infrastructure provider. When you say beyond payroll, what's that starting to mean in practice?
Well, the tech stack that we've built over the years at Zebec can do so much more than payroll processing. Of course, payroll is where we first achieved product market fit. And the industry has been stuck in a prior century for too long, which of course we've spoken about at length before. But real-time finance extends to all corners of the economy, wherever value is transacted. Remittance is one of the most logical product extensions to payroll. And you're seeing now the traditional remittance players enter the market through stablecoin issuance on the Solana blockchain, as was announced yesterday, which really indicates that Zebec has built a lot of the right rails very early on that the bigger players today can now adopt and connect to, which is super exciting for us. Now, looking beyond retail payments towards capital markets, there's the DTCC, who of course we met at CBOS, and they're innovating settlement of tokenized securities through a platform they have called Composer X. And they're expecting to see $16 trillion in tokenized securities by the end of the decade. This is even larger than the current value of the payroll market, which of course is 11 trillion in the US. Now, real-time payments, we think, will be core to expanding this market. And by connecting Zebec's streaming architecture, users will be able to convert their tokenized payroll funds in real time into securities products and also receive dividends and payouts in real time as well, all settled on chain.
Wild.
So that was the first piece of the summary of all the things that Zebec has been working on. And a lot of the things are infrastructure, right? Things that will be used in the future. So a lot of people are saying that they're not doing anything, or some of the stuff they're doing you're not seeing. Of course, because it's a lot of behind the scene things. And that's good for a Zebec, because when people actually notice it, it'll be being used, and that'll definitely increase the price. I'm actually swapping some crypto, so that's what I keep looking at my phone for. But as you can see, I did see that Western Union thing too, Clay. Weird Western Union picked Solana. The Solana chain is growing, right? I told you guys in the beginning, Solana has a lot of good things working for it, and they're in the background. And I told you, or I've been saying, Solana is probably going to be a major competitor with Ethereum. I said it might flip Ethereum, but as Ethereum runs, I think Ethereum will be around, but there will be more competitors in the market, right? As people said, this is early on, right? This is like the before the MySpace page, right? Before the internet first got started. And once the internet got going, they were several, I guess, competition or competitors, right? It's not going to be one major cryptocurrency. There's going to be lots of cryptocurrencies that do different things, which is why I jumped all over pause. What is that? Zebec, right? Zebec is a leader in the market, and Zebec is a first to market player. So that's actually a good thing as well, right? It's doing something everybody else isn't doing. Pick your team, and that would be the DPNs with a Zebec Gaming RWA. It's weird that I don't know why Zebec's not in the RWA or the AI, but interesting. Caspa is here. Trying to see if I had that part about the Western Union, because I know I did see that somewhere as well. Just going back through. Shout out to ZBCN man. Going back up. I guess we'll do these first. This is Big Stellar XLM and Zebec news is coming. He mentioned that in the AMA as well.
Advertising an
He didn't
AI
say what it
tool or
is.
some sort of
These guys are
really great to
very
see San
good at enticing us into another meeting to wait to see what the next freaking announcement. Just freaking tell us, man. Come on. The robots will not use cash. I have been saying that for years. Of course, right? Who's going to be standing there paying? What, you're going to have some accountant standing there paying the robots? The robots not going to understand um, checks and cash and balances. They're going to understand it in their language, which will be some kind of assembly language, which is probably not even going to be cash either. It's probably going to be some kind of payment form, which is value for them to use in upgrades or space or something weird, right? But it'll be something exchangeable. That probably has some kind of weird assembly space exchange or interactability. I don't know, something weird, right? Something that they would want in reward. Super app up next month. Let's see here. Quant, Zebec, HBAR, and Chainlink are the only blockchain exhibitors at Sibos. I didn't know that. Really? Everyone else paid to be there. We're doing some sort of promotions, but we're not given a chance to present their products in front of the masses. Interesting. DTC will make us rich. I hope so. Like Ace Ventura, ISO is DTCC. DTCC is ISO. Finkel and Einhorn. Einhorn and Finkel. Finkel and Einhorn. I was being sarcastic. No worries there. If Trump and the crypto reserve, I think Solana. If Trump and the crypto reserve, I think Solana's good. So does me. Yeah, I think I'm telling you, man, Solana's going to be bigger than people think it will be, right? It's doing a lot already. And I think the banking institution or some of these institutional investors are already making plays. They're already adopting it. They're just waiting, as you know, right? They drive the price down, they buy it up, and then they're going to ride it back, right? So let's see what you guys got me in a rabbit hole. This is the Stellar news, right? Let's see what he's saying about Stellar. This is Simon.
Really great to see San Francisco blossoming as this new global hub for artificial intelligence innovation. I don't think I saw a single billboard on my way in from the airport that wasn't advertising an AI tool or some sort of AI business. So you can say that the AI boom is in full swing over there on the West Coast. And here at Zebec, there's been a lot that our development team has actually been working on in terms of AI, but much more behind the scenes, as we're still a few quarters away from truly developing an agentic, call it payroll tool. We're working closely with a company called Senian AI on developing this layer, which will sit across our payroll and HCM products. And that, in our expectation, is going to reduce a lot of the work that a typical HR manager or operations person would typically do in their day-to-day. So by automating processes such as entering payroll amounts or updating payout methods, or even basic compliance and tax checks, corporates can save meaningful amounts of operating expenses by adopting a Zebec payroll and HR solution by having this AI integration. So we're really excited about how this can further drive the adoption of stablecoin payroll, but this is still a few quarters away from being fully launched. While we were in San Francisco, we also met with the Stellar team. Of course, following up on our meetings at CBOS, we will be announcing in the coming weeks further details on our partnership, which now extend beyond what we were doing on card products for Stellar, but launching native streaming on the Stellar blockchain. So I can't give too much away right now, but do stay tuned for more announcements between Zebec and Stellar in the coming weeks.
Okay, amazing. And I absolutely love to hear that about what's happening in AI now. It really, it's another part of kind of, the future infra that we're starting to see move from kind of, oh, it's a fun idea to, oh, wow, this is actually going to change my life and the life of everyone around me. So amazing. Love to hear that. Where next? Let's go to Digital Asset Summit. I think that's where you then came back to London, right? And went to
So shout out to the team and shout out to Simon and the announcement, but still give us something, bro. Let us not have to wait for months to figure out what's going on with Stellar and Zebec. Give us a little feed. What up, Silver Days? What's up with you, fam? Where you been? BTM Crypto News Network XRP. So I guess we will be doing XRP next. Just sent you another email, BTM. Check it out. Sure will. Crypto. Clay. Smash the like and subscribe. Thank you, Crypto Clay and Silver Days. Clayton, let's go. Let's see here. That was the XLM Stellar. And this is Uphold and the Super
extensions
app.
with Uphold. We
pointed that out, Yasim, as well. And we're still waiting for the Super app.
Announced the idea of the super app and product extensions with Uphold. We obviously had that great conversation with you and Simon from there. How are these things starting to progress now? Quick update for everyone. Like you're happy with where we're moving in that direction?
Well, let's start with Uphold. Our community knows very well that the Zebec Uphold partnership runs extremely deep. We just launched a direct deposit program with Uphold alongside our partners at XRP and World Mobile. And in our view, this is an incredible way to incentivize on-ramping of fiat payroll funds into digital assets. It's only available in the US at the moment, but users will receive a 6% bonus on funds deposited into Uphold. This is really our way of saying to the world, well, if your employer is not offering crypto payroll through Zebec, this is the next best thing, right? Connect your direct deposit to Uphold, get bonus tokens to start building an asset treasury of digital assets like Zebec. So that is really exciting. That is going to run through the end of the year. I think we're going to be planning to do spaces with Uphold in a couple of weeks to really get into the details of this partnership, of how it works, so our users can start using it themselves, and then celebrate, the beginning of the NBA season, right? Which of course we're partnering with Uphold on, and we're going to be having our first game in early November. So stay tuned for that. Then on to the super app. Which is our most monumental product launch of the past few years here at Zebec. Our development team has been working around the clock on this, and we're really going the extra mile to make sure that this application is so much more than what I described in the past as the Revolut for Web3, as we need it to become a de facto financial management tool for retail that effectively eliminates the need for a bank account. So to drive the mass adoption that we want, it's crucial for us to have a seamless on and an off ramp within this app. So we're exploring right now integrations with Mesh's platform and even Zelle's stablecoin plans in the US to make a seamless way to top up the app. So user experience is really the main phase right now that we're working on, and we're still working towards our year-end date of shipping version 1 of the product.
Okay, amazing. We've covered a lot there, dude. Like that's
Yes.
it's an awful lot happening. I think, you know, it only needed to be a quick but very thorough update for the community. I think we can probably wrap it there. We've covered CBOS, Digital Asset Summit, Signum Bank, what's
So it's weird. I didn't actually get the Signum Bank one. I just realized that. That's kind of weird. But I guess I missed that part. But I did get this NVIDIA plan. But before we get to that, shout out to Crypto Clay. So Western Union, let me see here. Western Union, Revolution, Ripple takes over. Western Union quietly ushers in a systemic switch in the global remittance through its latest acquisition in International Money Express, Intermex. This move signals the giant payment provider strategic pivot in a blockchain innovation, leveraging Ripple's ecosystem, XPRL, and the XRP for transformational impact. Rather than costly system overhaul, Western Union aims to incorporate Ripple's technology to streamline transfers, reducing costs and speed up cross-border payments globally. Industry insiders see it as more of acquisition. It's the dawn of a new era where traditional payments giants embrace blockchain's efficiency and transparency. Ripple's XRPL offers unmatched settlement speed, and XRP's liquidity facilitates streamless conversions, allowing Western Union to offer competitive instant remittance services for years. Ripple has championed bridging fiat and crypto with financial gains, recognize XRP's potential to disrupt costly international payments corridors. Western Union to move may set industry standards, motivating others to adopt blockchain technology to meet the growing demands for accessibility, fast, affordable payments worldwide. This under the radar integration invites a closer watch on legacy institutions evolve within the blockchain, enabling future one where users benefit from technology design to be both secure and scalable. The question is now, how quickly will consumers feel the impact? The era of blockchain powered remittance looks unstoppable. XRP, Ripple, Western Union. Today, the Fed cut interest rate. Fed printers go BRR 2.1. Apple, Ripple, and XRP Prime is the. Oh, wow. That's weird. Weird. Cut off the whole thing there, but that's actually pretty good information. Ripple, up 0.1%. to the 0038. Ripple Uphold as a back announcement is coming. Trust me. I'm pretty sure. Then we get NVIDIA, and then we go to Mars together. They are really about to launch the super app before Elon. Let's freaking go. So as you mentioned, let me get over this.
Let's dive into it today. You've heard of it. It's probably
No. Where is it? No. Yes. No. Yeah. Okay. This guy. Let me see. Go back to 20. I think it was 26 seconds. Yeah, I wrote this down. Let's see here.
Model is smarter. There's a convergence happening that almost nobody's discussing. Artificial intelligence needs payment infrastructure, not in the future, right now. And the company positioned at the exact intersection of AI automation and real-time payments just revealed something in their white paper that changes everything. Zebec Network isn't just a streaming payment protocol. They've integrated an AI layer called Zebec AI, into their entire tech stack. And this isn't marketing hype. This is operational infrastructure that's already optimizing transactions, managing risk, and automating financial workflows in real time. Today, we're exposing how Zebec will monetize AI and why they're positioned to capture the largest wave of automated payments in history. Let me show you what's actually happening. According to Zebec's version 2 white paper released in 2025, they enhanced their tech stack to include not just payment processing, but comprehensive data management with an integrated AI layer. ZI
So did you guys know this? Did anybody know they were working on this? I mean, I completely might have missed that or didn't check it or what, but I didn't even know there was a, what was it? ZAI in the process or coming down the pipeline. I've been so worried about the what is that? The NBA NHL announcement and the super app. They're freaking working on an AI, which again, as Crypto Clay pointed out, and we've been talking about, the bots need AI to process payments. And it's smart. These guys are working on AI right when the Amazon AI facility comes online. They're not talking about it. They're not putting it together. It is online. These guys are going to need some kind of payment processor, and Zebec is right on time with NVIDIA, and NVIDIA is one of the largest. I wish I had that article. Let me see if I can find it. It's one of the biggest companies on the planet, guys. Are you not seeing all this come together? Does it make sense? It's all connected to Ripple. They need XRP for cross-border payments. Ripple and XRP are the settlement layers. Yes. Ripple and XRP are or is or will be the infrastructure for cross-border payments, and things are going global.
supports Zebec's products and services by optimizing transactions, risk management, and financial workflows in real time. But here's what makes this transformational. AI doesn't just need to think. AI needs to transact. Every AI agent completing a task needs to trigger payment. Every machine learning model optimizing a process needs to execute financial workflows. Every autonomous system making decisions needs to move money instantly. And Zebec built the exact infrastructure to enable this. Think about what's already happening in AI payments. In 2024, Visa invested over $3.3 billion in AI and data infrastructure. MasterCard upgraded its decision intelligence platform with generative AI enhancements. Stripe launched optimized checkout suite using AI to automatically select the best payment methods. The payment industry is racing to integrate AI because manual processing can't handle the speed and volume of modern transactions. But here's the gap nobody's solving. AI-driven payments need to happen in real time, continuously, without batch processing delays. Traditional payment infrastructure processes transactions in batches, every 2 weeks for payroll, monthly for subscriptions, days for international transfers. AI can't operate in batches. AI operates in milliseconds. Zebec streaming payment protocol processes transactions per second, not batch payments. Continuous flow. This matches exactly how AI needs to operate. An AI agent completes a task, payment streams instantly. A machine learning model optimizes a process, financial workflow executes immediately. An autonomous system makes a decision, money moves in real time. Now let's talk about the specific use cases where AI and Zebec's infrastructure converge. First, gig economy automation. In 2025,
This video is fire. XRP, the settlement layer, boom. And like we were saying, this is going to be, if this isn't perfect timing, I don't know what is, right? These guys are doing everything right on time, man. I don't even know. But like I was saying here, just to add a little fuel to the fire, bum, 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 NVIDIA becomes the first $5 trillion company. And this is today. Let me see. Okay, there's no article here. Freaking Wall Street Journal, man. NVIDIA targets factories in the next step for corporate AI. Tech giant owes more of its $4.8 trillion market cap to use of its systems to train AI models. Now it's pushing deeper into the realm of corporations that will employ such models to solve real world problems. I don't know. Not at all. OMG. ZNet. Silver. What up, Marvin? Crypto Clay. Marvin. Marvin. What's going on, Marvin Davis? So yeah, I was trying to see. There's an article, but I think there's got to be some free articles talking about the video. Before we get back to the video, stock market, NVIDIA soars ahead of Fed rate decision. Why? Because they don't care. U.S. stock jumped to new record highs Tuesday. Okay, what does it have to do with NVIDIA? NVIDIA led the way higher, providing a lift to markets as CEO gave the keynote address at the GTC event. Shares now rose 5% as Hong said the AI industry has turned a corner while announcing a flurry of new partnerships. Big tech when the Magnificent Seven, the mega cap tech companies, including Alphabet, Google, Apple, Meta, Amazon, and Microsoft, reports this quarter, particularly focused on Amazon earnings after the tech giant says plans to cut 14,000 jobs. Apple set the stage for results crossing the $4 trillion market evaluation. What does that have to do with NVIDIA? Stocks rose to records. NVIDIA soars 5%, rallied 5% among the latest rallies as the Federal Reserve rate decision expected on Wednesday. The tech-heavy NASDAQ composite moved 0.8 as chip maker heavyweight NVIDIA hits record highs. The company market cap jumped to 4.8 trillion Tuesday, while Microsoft's valuation also surpassed 4 trillion. Maybe that's 4.8 trillion? I don't know, but I'm picking up some more NVIDIA stock. But let's get back to this video. Got derailed for a second there. Let me see. Back to the chat. We'll pick the video up. Yazim, welcome. What up? What up, hitter all day? Zebec is the real deal family for sure. Just in here dropping bombs. Hitter all day. Let's freaking go. Hey, Clay. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and super chat. Let's freaking go, brother. Trying to keep the lights on BTM Crypto News Network. This video is straight fire. Facts. Get them likes up. If XRP did it all, the burn rate for XRP would be way too high. Ripple and XRP and a Zebec. Clay, I think you're onto something. I think Zebec will be the, what is that? Somebody said the blood. I think Zebec will be the oil. XRP will be the engine, and Ripple will be the chain or the train. Let me see. The train, XRP is the engine, and a Zebec is the oil. Keeps the machine running. This is why split occurred, Zeb and Brad, because the game for XRP has always been derivatives. The XRP ledger could not handle everything itself. Wake up, fam. Wake up. Wipe your feet on the door and hit that like button before you enter BTM's room. Thank you, right? Welcome, welcome, welcome. If XRP was to handle everything this AI is talking about on the video, the burn rate for XRP would be too high. Right. And as I mentioned before, Clay, great way to explain it, fam. But yeah, you're right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat and keep the conversation going in the chat. We'll get back to the video shortly. Let me see. Yeah. As I mentioned before, XRP is going to be moving hundreds and millions of dollars of transactions, right? They can't be doing these 1 and 2 offs. That's where a Zebec will come in, right? With the market, with the supply Zebec has, Zebec can handle all these smaller transactions, guys. And let's get back to the video.
AI-driven platforms like Uber, DoorDash, and freelance marketplaces are using machine learning to optimize worker allocation, route planning, and demand prediction. But payment infrastructure is still manual. Drivers wait for weekly payouts. Freelancers wait 30 days for invoices to clear. Zebec's CI layer can automate this completely. AI detects a ride is completed. Payment streams instantly to the driver. AI identifies freelance work delivered. Payment flows immediately to the contractor. No manual processing, no waiting periods, no payment delays. The AI makes the decision and triggers the payment in the same operation. A company developing AI-driven payment tools for gig workers described exactly this use case. By using AI-driven embedded finance tools, companies can enable workers to automatically sort income into categories like savings, expenses, and taxes. With a simple dashboard powered by AI, workers can visualize earnings and optimize payment methods, ensuring every transaction maximizes rewards or minimizes fees. This is Zebec's exact positioning. They already process $300 million annually through real-time payroll serving 200 plus employees monthly. Now they're adding AI automation to optimize those payment flows. The infrastructure is operational. The AI layer is integrated, and the use case is proven. Second use case, AI-powered fraud detection and automated compliance. Machine learning models scan millions of transactions per second looking for fraud patterns. When fraud is detected, AI needs to instantly freeze payments, redirect funds, or trigger compliance protocols. This can't wait for batch processing. Zebec's ZI layer handles this in real time. AI detects suspicious activity. Payment stream automatically pauses. Compliance protocols trigger immediately, all without human intervention. According to payment industry research, AI fraud detection systems can now cross-reference hundreds of predictive models in milliseconds, catching subtle fraud schemes that rule-based methods would miss. Zebec integrated Gainox for native KYC, KYB, and AML compliance in 2025. This means AI-powered identity verification happens automatically when payment streams initialize. The AI checks identity, verifies compliance, detects fraud risk, and approves or denies payment, all in milliseconds before funds move. Third use case, autonomous agent payments. This is the future that's arriving faster than anyone realizes. AI agents are becoming autonomous economic actors. ChatGPT can book flights. Claude can research and write reports. Autonomous vehicles will negotiate parking fees. Smart home systems will optimize energy purchases. Every one of these AI agents needs to transact. Zebec's infrastructure enables AI to AI payments. An autonomous vehicle completes a delivery. Payment streams to the fleet operator. A smart home system detects low energy reserves. Payment flows automatically to the utility provider. An AI research agent completes a data query. Microtransaction executes instantly to the data provider. All automated, all real time, all without human intervention. According to Zebec's white paper, their protocol was designed for continuous and programmable flow of money in real time, enabling instant, automated transactions without intermediaries. This isn't describing human-to-human payments. This is describing machine-to-machine automated transactions, AI-driven economic activity. Now let's talk about potential AI partnerships. OpenAI operates ChatGPT with millions of daily users. They recently announced ChatGPT Pro at $200 per month. But what if instead of fixed subscriptions, OpenAI adopted usage-based streaming payments? Heavy users pay more per second of AI computation. Light users pay less. Payment flows continuously based on actual usage. Zebec's infrastructure enables exactly this. ChatGPT integrates Zebec's payment API. Users connect Zebec cards loaded with USDC. AI computation starts streaming micropayments per second based on token usage. Heavy computation costs more. Light queries cost less. Payment is automatic, transparent, and fair. OpenAI gets predictable revenue flow. Users get flexible pricing. Zebec processes billions in microtransactions. This isn't theoretical. Zebec already processes subscription-based payments through their platform. Adding AI-driven dynamic pricing based on real-time usage is a natural extension of existing infrastructure. And OpenAI needs better monetization models as they scale toward AGI. Fixed subscriptions don't capture value from power users. Streaming payments based on actual usage solve this perfectly. Second, potential partner.
So streaming payments are actually going to be a lot more useful than we first thought. And I was thinking that too, right? We were just looking at it from a payroll point of view, but who thought about streaming payments with machine learning and with AI? And as you mentioned, with rideshare drivers, and what about autonomous rideshare, right? When the vehicles start driving themselves, right? Because there's a lot of things that are happening. I was talking to someone, they mentioned, what is that? The universal basic income. So they're saying that the government will probably give everyone a robot and you'd have to make your robot work, and your robot working will give you your universal basic income. So your robot will be able to do all these odd jobs like cutting yards or trimming trees, or you could make them manufacture things, you could make them deliver things, you could do driving tasks of which your robot would get paid, and that would be how they fund these universal basic incomes, right? Everyone would get the same payment unless you have a robot and your robot is getting you extra money. Just something to think about. As a welder, I build America, but in my earbuds, I have crypto on all day for the last 5 years. And I feel you, Crypto Clay, because I do the same thing. I'm at work, I work remote doing IT, but in the background, I used to have a TV that played, but now I can play it on my computer in the background, right? Just constantly playing or listening to videos. I don't even have to watch them. As I think Yazim mentioned, I don't even watch the videos. I can just listen to it in the background. Hey, Clay, I bump crypto in the gym and at work too. I can't say what I do for a living due to a low profile, but I also bump crypto videos at work too. I've been in crypto a few cycles, very addictive. Yeah, I definitely do a lot of listen to videos. I go walking every day because I work remote, and on the walk, I listen to videos. And at the gym, pretty much anytime I'm doing anything mobile or inner activities, right? It's playing in the background, right? Might listen to music, but for the most part, I'm listening to crypto. Education, 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 and research. Let's get back to the video.
Anthropic. Claude operates on a similar model to ChatGPT, but Anthropic emphasizes safety, compliance, and constitutional AI. What if Claude integrated Zebec for enterprise AI payments where compliance and auditability are critical? Every AI interaction is logged. Every payment is traceable. Every transaction is compliant with KYC and AML requirements. Enterprise clients pay for Claude through Zebec's real-time payment rails. Finance teams can track AI spending per department, per employee, per project. Compliance teams can audit every AI transaction. Treasury teams can optimize payment flows. And Anthropic gets predictable revenue streams from enterprise clients. Third potential partner, NVIDIA. NVIDIA doesn't just make GPUs. They operate AI cloud infrastructure serving thousands of companies. Those companies need to pay for compute resources. Currently, they use traditional invoicing and payment processing with 30 to 60-day payment terms. What if NVIDIA adopted real-time streaming payments for AI compute? Companies run AI workloads on NVIDIA Cloud. Payment streams continuously based on GPU hours consumed. Heavy computation costs more. Idle resources cost less. NVIDIA gets instant revenue. Companies get flexible pricing without upfront commitments. Zebec processes billions in automated AI infrastructure payments. NVIDIA has explicitly discussed wanting better monetization models for AI inference at scale. Jensen Huang said inference will become the largest computing workload in history. Streaming payments match exactly how inference operates: continuous, variable, usage-based. Zebec provides the payment infrastructure to enable this. Fourth potential partner, Tesla and X. Elon Musk operates multiple AI initiatives.
Bro, we might have low key hit a freaking gold mine. As mentioned earlier, I thought streaming payments would be way bigger than payroll. I think payroll would be the use case, right? This is the side money. But when it gets to the AI models and the companies, and these guys are talking about Tesla and automation and rideshare, and for models, is right? You can run a model all day, every day. If you got the streaming payment for the GPU usage, right? You just set the account up and you stream, and you don't have to worry about settlement, right? You could be making the settlement all day, every day. This is crazy work, man. Who came up with this? And it's like a Zebec hit the market at a perfect time, right? I don't know. Talking about manifesting. I'm listening to this at work, although I work with adults with mental and behavior issues. Well, keeping an eye on them, Yazim, as long as you're watching them. I don't think they're doing much talking. So I think you're good, brother. Mind over matter. Keep the mind occupied. That's all that matters. Let me see. Let's get back to the video.
X integrated XAS Grok into the platform. Tesla develops autonomous driving AI. Both need payment infrastructure. X needs creator payouts based on engagement. Tesla's robotaxi network needs instant driver payments. Both are perfect use cases for AI-driven streaming payments through Zebec. Imagine X creators paid per second based on AI-calculated engagement scores. Viral content generates higher payment streams. Lower engagement reduces payout rates. Payment is instant, transparent, and automated. Creators see earnings accumulate in real time. X optimizes content monetization. Zebec processes billions in creator economy transactions. Or imagine Tesla's robotaxi network where AI manages the entire fleet. Autonomous vehicles complete rides. AI calculates optimal pricing based on demand, distance, and time. Payment streams instantly to vehicle owners. No manual invoicing. No payment delays. No administrative overhead. Tesla scales to millions of robotaxi transactions daily. Zebec provides the payment infrastructure. Fifth potential partner, Amazon Web Services. AWS dominates cloud computing with thousands of enterprise clients paying for compute, storage, and AI services. Currently, AWS bills monthly with complex pricing tiers. What if AWS adopted real-time usage-based streaming payments? Companies pay per second of actual resource usage. No surprise bills. No complex invoicing. Transparent, automated payments. AWS operates AI services like SageMaker, Bedrock, and Code Whisperer. These services charge based on usage, API calls, training hours, inference requests. Streaming payments match exactly how these services operate. Companies get predictable costs. AWS gets instant revenue. Zebec handles payment infrastructure at scale. Now let's talk about how Zebec actually monetizes AI. According to their tokenomics, ZBCN serves multiple functions. Every transaction requires one ZBCN token, which is partially burned. This creates deflationary pressure as transaction volume increases. When AI-driven automated payments scale to billions of transactions daily, token burn accelerates dramatically. But more importantly, Zebec generates revenue from transaction fees, card spending cashback programs, and enterprise licensing. When AI companies integrate Zebec's payment API, they pay licensing fees for infrastructure access. When billions of AI transactions flow through Zebec's network, transaction fees generate substantial revenue. When AI agents and autonomous systems use Zebec cards for automated spending, cashback programs drive adoption while generating margin. The economics are straightforward. More AI adoption means more automated payments. More automated payments mean more transaction volume through Zebec. More transaction volume means more fees, more token burns, and more network value. This is a flywheel that accelerates as AI capabilities expand. Here's the regulatory context that makes this timing perfect. The Genius Act passed in July 2025, creating federal rules for stablecoins with full reserve backing. AI-driven payments operating on stablecoin rails now have regulatory clarity. Zebec completed SC2 certification in September 2025 and is pursuing MiCA approval and ISO 27001 certification. This compliance infrastructure allows AI companies to adopt Zebec's payment rails without regulatory risk. In October 2025, the SC issued a no-action letter for DE-PIN tokens like ZBCN, classifying them as non-securities. This removed a major regulatory overhang. AI companies can now integrate blockchain payment infrastructure without securities law concerns. The timing aligns perfectly with AI's explosive growth and need for automated payment infrastructure. According to payment industry research, AI and payment processing will transform the industry by 2030. Proactive payments, where AI models detect routine bills and automatically schedule them. Instant approvals, where AI cross-checks fraud, compliance, and creditworthiness in parallel. Global payments with instant currency conversion and cross-border settlement. All of this requires real-time payment infrastructure that traditional banking can't provide. Zebec built that infrastructure, and they added an AI layer to optimize it. ZI analyzes transaction patterns, predicts liquidity needs, optimizes payment routing, detects fraud in real time, and automates compliance workflows. This isn't future technology. This is operational right now, processing $300 million annually. Now let's talk about Zebec's DE-PIN infrastructure called ZBCN. This is a point-of-sale terminal that facilitates real-time USDC payments.
So I wonder if he's going to talk about what is that? The super app as well. This guy's pretty much breaking everything down. We might need to get him on the BTM Crypto News Network. This guy's got all the information. Does he work for Zebec? Who is this guy? Crypto Journal. Who is this? NVIDIA's plan. Only anybody know? Tony T knows him. That's weird. This guy's got pretty much everything about Zebec. I might need to figure out who this is. But let's get back to the video real quick.
In retail settings. But imagine ZBCN powered by AI. The terminal analyzes customer spending patterns, predicts inventory needs, optimizes pricing in real time, and processes payments instantly. All automated, all AI driven. Retail partners deploy ZBCN terminals. AI analyzes customer behavior. Dynamic pricing optimizes revenue. Inventory management becomes predictive. Payment settlement happens instantly. Retailers get better margins. Customers get better prices. Zebec processes billions in AI-optimized retail transactions. Zebec partnered with World Mobile for ZebecNet, a decentralized ESM network launching in fall 2025. World Mobile has 2.1 million daily active users and 60,000 plus nodes. When connectivity combines with AI-driven payment optimization, you get complete financial infrastructure for underbanked regions. AI detects optimal payment timing. Connectivity ensures transactions complete. Zebec provides the rails. Here's what makes this particularly powerful. AI.
So he said 60,000. Is that 60,000? 60,000 or 6,000? 6,000? Because it's kind of, that's the only thing that's throwing me off since it's no, actually, yeah, let's run that back a little bit. What did he say?
000 plus nodes.
60,000.
When connectivity
Okay.
combines with AI-driven payment optimization, you get complete financial infrastructure for underbanked regions. AI
I probably should have turned on the what is this? Turned on the closed caption a long time ago. I'm actually doing something for work in the background. But I'll let this video play out, and then there's something else we want to check out real quick.
detects optimal payment timing. Connectivity ensures transactions complete. Zebec provides the rails. Here's what makes this particularly powerful. AI companies are spending billions on compute infrastructure, but haven't solved payment infrastructure. OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, Meta, and Microsoft are building increasingly capable AI models. But they're using legacy payment systems designed for human transactions. When AI becomes autonomous economic actors, those systems break down. Zebec solves this by providing real-time streaming payments designed for automation. AI doesn't need to think about payment. AI just transacts. The payment infrastructure is invisible, instant, and automated. This is exactly what AI companies need as they scale toward billions of daily transactions. Let me be crystal clear about what we're not saying. We're not saying these partnerships are announced or confirmed. We're not saying OpenAI, Anthropic, NVIDIA, Tesla, or Amazon have called Zebec. We're not promising ZBCN will moon because of AI speculation. This isn't financial advice. What we are saying, follow the infrastructure convergence. AI needs real-time payment infrastructure. Zebec built that infrastructure and integrated an AI optimization layer. The regulatory environment now supports this with Genius Act clarity and SCD PIN classification. And the use cases are proven. $300 million annually in real transaction volume. When AI companies need to monetize autonomous agents, they'll need streaming payment infrastructure. When gig economy platforms need to automate worker payouts, they'll need AI-driven payment optimization. When retail systems need to process billions of microtransactions, they'll need real-time settlement. Zebec provides all of this through operational infrastructure that's already processing millions in payments. The current price of ZBCN doesn't reflect this convergence yet. With 100 billion total supply and deflationary tokenomics through transaction fee burns, the market is valuing Zebec as a payment protocol rather than AI infrastructure. But when AI-driven automated payments scale to billions of daily transactions, token burn accelerates and network value compounds. The question isn't whether AI will need payment infrastructure. The question is which payment infrastructure AI will adopt. And Zebec positioned itself at the exact intersection of real-time streaming payments, AI optimization, regulatory compliance, and enterprise scalability. Now you understand what nobody else is discussing. Not because this information is hidden, but because most people see AI and payments as separate industries. They're not. They're converging into the largest automated transaction wave in history. And Zebec built the infrastructure to capture it. If this changed your perspective on how AI and blockchain payments are converging, smash that like button.
So yeah, Clay, that was actually a very informative video. I don't know where you found this guy, but I'm subscribing, making me a believer. Yazim Silver Days. Yeah, I worked at a mental ward in the jails for many years ago before joining the Alphabet Boys. Take my hat off to you, sir, for dealing with the mental. Salute. Definitely, definitely got to have a lot of patience. Unless you're in there, uh, slapping people with rubber, what's that? Rubber hoses. But yeah, uh, appreciate your service, my guys. Appreciate that work you guys are putting in. This is which one is it? We'll go with wait a minute. It was something I was watching. No. So back to X that was we just saw. This is the breakout post conference. So we did those already. So this is the Ondo partnership with Trading Sniper. If you haven't checked out Trading Sniper, go check him out and see what he's talking about real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we're talking about the one, the only.
You know, I can only imagine, bro. I did substitute for middle school. That was crazy. And I did security for a while. So I definitely know about, probably not to that extent, but I did security at a well-known residency, and it was kind of crazy. But let's get to Trading Sniper.
Beloved Zebec Network. Now, listen, we do have a couple of things to talk about, so let's just jump right into it. We can see Zebec Network post-conference recap and roadmap. From London to Frankfurt to San Francisco, our CEO Simon joins Hello Ben White. Right, how many followers is that? 20,000, nice. For an in-depth discussion on key takeaways from recent institutional events, what they mean for digital assets, and Zebec's next phase of growth. Do not miss it. So tomorrow, 11 a.m., we probably will get a nice recap, a lot of news that we are not aware about, and maybe some hints about a very, very nice and beloved future, right? So if you do want to join this, then this is going to be, I believe, at 11 a.m. EST. This video will be out at 8 a.m. EST. So you will have a couple of hours to make the choice whether or not you want to listen. Highly recommend it if you do have the time. Listen, remember, there is a Zebec X Ondo partnership. By merging Zebec's continuous payment technology with Ondo's USDY stablecoin, these two powerhouses are setting the stage for a financial revolution that could take the world by surprise. Okay. And I mean, guys, right? We are in the bubble of, XRP, Ondo, XLM, HBAR, right? QNT, a couple others. Guys, you have to realize, like, the names I'm naming right now are powerhouses when it comes to the financial world of crypto. When it comes to the financial world in general, right? I mean, my God, BlackRock, right? BlackRock is literally with Ondo. If you know anything about BlackRock in real life, you definitely want to be on their side. And yeah, that's why I'm also high on Ondo. It's personally why I'm also invested in Ondo. But I actually, fun fact, I did trade some of my Ondo for Zebec just because of the extra 10x potential on top of that. Ondo is like that coin you can get like 10, 15x, very, very nice. But Zebec, come on, Zebec's like that coin you can get 100x from. And I'm not even joking, right? I'm not even being a moon boy. So, but very, very nice, right? And that's something we haven't really talked about, but it's true. So listen, like I said, we are in that inner circle and we're just waiting for the final confirmation with the ISO 20022, right? That's all we are waiting for at this point. The next thing I do want to talk about is this, right? Captain Zach knows Zebec partnership to Zero Hash, right, now puts them in connection to Walmart and Morgan Stanley. Now, we did talk about this a little bit earlier, but once again, right, there's another big bank being involved. And once again, Zebec is going to have some participation in this one way or another. So this is what I mean, people. This is what I mean. The evidence keeps on stacking for Zebec Network. The partnerships and the secondhand helping continues to grow. So you can be one of those people that fear, even Zebec going down a couple percent, or you can see it as opportunities to be buying, to be dollar cost averaging. I mean, what other project do you know is having this type of consistency, this type of heat? I mean, Zebec is really bringing in the heat. Like I said before, Zebec isn't doing this little thing. Oh yeah, guys, we're giving $100 away. Do this or do that. It's like, no, this is the real deal. I'm consistently talking about big companies, big institutions, literal banks, direct partnerships, secondhand partnerships. I mean, what else? We're talking about being affiliated with all the biggest real world assets and DeFi coins in the whole entire world, right? We are talking about being tied into the financial system. So it's just like, it's right there in front of everybody's face. And you can choose to, believe what you literally see as proof and evidence, or you can just look away and miss a good opportunity. And I take that back. It's not a good opportunity. It's a life-changing opportunity. Let me reword that. Okay. So look, man, yeah, Morgan Stanley will be involved in this. All right. Walmart backed FinTech OnePay is working with Zero Hash to bring cryptocurrency trading and custody to its app, according to CNBC. Yeah, we talked about this a little before. We talked about how Zebec is going to also have a part in it. Listen, now that the new Solana Seeker smartphone is out, I'm hoping the Zebec super app gets incorporated into the firmware. Could it happen soon? And that is a question, right? That is a big, big question. I'm not 100% sure this will happen. We will have to see how everything works out. But, all I do know is I wouldn't be surprised if Zebec Network gets it done. Right? I would not be surprised. Right now, to be honest, they are dealing with much bigger fish in the sea. Like I said, the ISO 20022. I think we still have the FCA. All right, we still have a couple of other things we're doing. We just teamed up with XLM for like an official type of partnership just recently. We just got in Kraken recently. So, there's still a lot that Zebec is doing and has done. So something like this might come out once they have a little bit more free time. Right now, they are super, super busy with getting the most important files. I mean, the ISO 20022 compliance is greater than anything like this. Like we can have like 10 news events like this that possibly could be some type of, dealing with Solana Seeker smartphone or whatever. And that ISO 20022 is 10 times greater, if not even 20, 30, 50 times greater. So obviously we'll monitor everything. We will see how everything is going to be working out. We can also see, with the posts, they are getting consistently lots and lots of viewers. So there is a lot of hype surrounding Zebec, right? Lots of views, lots of likes. The exchange listings, we have like the NBA games and NHL games coming out soon. The site just got redone. Like I said, Kraken just got listed. They were just in London. So, I mean, they are constantly busy. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm not surprised they're busy. And I'm very, very glad they are busy, because if they were not busy, then sure, some red flags might appear. But to be honest, there haven't really been any red flags. The one red flag that I actually remember, the smallest of small, was just like some weird Photoshop they did months ago, right? People thought maybe these aren't even real people, but that quickly got debunked super, super quickly. It was just bad Photoshop. So if you want to look at, one photo that had bad Photoshop, and, kind of discredit everything else, that's a you mentality. That's a horrible mentality to have. That's just cherry picking. And to be honest, the ratios don't even make sense. All right, the ratio doesn't make sense of how much good you have in gray compared to one little Photoshop error. So it is what it is. Anyways, listen, we are ranked 133 out of 9,386 active cryptos. Over the last month, we have been just generally going sideways. And there's a reason for this, right? There is a reason for this because institutions are waiting to see if we will be getting into the system, right? The ISO 20022. And once we do have that confirmation, I'm not saying it's going to be an automatic pump, but very, very shortly at the bare minimum, we should start seeing massive, massive gains for.
Yeah, but it'll still be slow going, guys. Be patient, right? Just be patient and continue to diamond hand into dollar cost average, right? It's not going to blow up overnight, but as he's saying, more adoptions coming, more people will pick in, more information will come out, and it will slowly start to pump. So let me know what you guys think. Let's finish this video and let me
Or
double check because I thought there was
Zebec Network. Okay.
something else.
That's when we should start seeing the gains. And that's probably when we also get some more partnerships because once we get the compliance down, I mean, that's when we can focus on even smaller things. Like I said, right now, Zebec Network are really, really busy. 2.3% in the last week. In the last day, we are up roughly 0.28%. 13 million volume. So not bad. Coinbase and Binance still not listed. Robinhood, of course, is still not listed. But like I said, guys, those are like really like the sprinkles on top compared to like the compliance they're doing, doing all of the stuff with the banks, the secondhand partnerships. These little things are really, really just small details and small little pieces of candy on top of the ice cream at that point. Like I truly tell you. So anyways, that is going to be it. I love you guys so, so much. Let me know what you guys still think of Zebec. I can't believe this is at 89% community sentiment. I don't even know who downvotes this. I mean, my God, where is the brain? Where is the brain? Anyways, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.
So shout out to the trading sniper. This
So Zebec
is
Network and Uphold.
who's this guy? This is crypto callouts, the Zebec crypto and Walmart massive move. I think Walmart's going to start taking XRP, but we'll see real quick. Before we shut it down, we'll run a couple more videos and see. What the freak? What the freak? On group, what is this? All in NVIDIA stock. Close that boy out. Check the price. Currently back down 1.84% on the hour, up or down 0.29 on the day. Let's see, checking the bubbles. Oh, wow. White's up 15.9%. Fartcoin is up 6.8. HBAR is up 4.4. Hasbro's up 2.5. And let's get back to this video. Post-conference.
They're seriously trying to shake up the crypto space. And today I'm going to go over exactly how they're doing that and why this might be one of the most important developments that we've actually seen in a while. We also got some huge moves revolving around Walmart, and they're officially starting to move into crypto. So we'll touch more on that later because it actually ties directly back into Zebec. Now, before we dive into all of this, if you guys like these type of crypto updates, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Also, if you guys are tired of the inconsistency, you're looking for a crypto trading community, definitely check out the link down below. So let's dive into what we're talking about today, Zebec and Uphold, and what this connection really means for Zebec's future. Now, if you guys didn't already know, I'm quite bullish on Zebec, and with everything that they've been doing lately, like alongside Uphold, that belief just keeps getting stronger. And I've mentioned in the past how Zebec partnered with the NHL and NBA through those jerseys. So that alone was a huge deal for exposure. But then I realized I've talked about all these partnerships, but I never really broke down what Uphold is and why it's such a big piece of this puzzle. So that's what I'm going to do today in this video. I'll explain Uphold in simple terms, connect all the dots between them and Zebec. And then at the end, we'll go over some market structure and some price talk as well. So what even is Uphold? Now, a lot of people think Uphold is just another crypto exchange, but that's not entirely accurate. I describe it more as a multi-asset platform. It allows you to basically swap literally anything, crypto, obviously, fiat currencies, and even gold, I think. So you can trade between them directly, and that's a huge deal. But one of the biggest things about Uphold is that it's heavily regulated and it's incredibly transparent. And in crypto, that's something that we don't quite see often. Now, we've seen what happened with companies like FTX. Like, that whole thing was a disaster, a complete rug pull worth hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't know the exact amount, but Uphold does things differently. They actually show the reserves live, and you can go on their site, literally see every token that's there. So there's no mystery, there's no hiding anything. It's 100% transparent. Now, that's huge because in this space, trust is everything. And Uphold is one of those few companies that's actually proving that they deserve it. And Uphold isn't just a random partner of Zebec. They're actually promoting Zebec and investing in it. So they see potential and they're putting real money behind it. And most people don't even realize this, but Uphold actually holds $35 million in Zebec. And that's not something you see from most companies. Like, usually they'll do a partnership, maybe share a press release, but they won't actually hold the token themselves, and definitely not in that kind of amount. So for Uphold to not only partner with Zebec, but also invest in tens of millions into it, like, it really shows they believe in what Zebec's building. And that kind of support gives Zebec legitimacy and momentum, especially when you start tying it.
Oh, really? Doesn't I signed up to get one of my checks to direct deposit to Uphold, and I think Clay was talking about that with the 6%. I think you get XRP, you get Zebec, 1% Zebec, and 1% something else. And I think I'm gonna do that as well. Actually, I do a little delivering packages. I might start doing medical supplies too, but I'm going to put that check straight to direct deposit in the crypto with Uphold. So I need to check that as well. But yeah, that's probably a pretty smart thing to do to earn free crypto. Just trying to help you guys rebuild the crypto community. Let's go.
To what's happening next. So let's get into the part that everyone's been talking about. This is where Walmart enters the picture, and there's been a lot of buzz around it. Yeah, this is real. CNBC just announced live that Walmart will now accept crypto. So this statement alone is huge. But here's where things get interesting. The Walmart OnePay crypto deal is with a company called Zero Hash. And then we got this. Zebec integrates with Zero Hash to power compliant crypto payroll in the US and beyond. So if you connect the dots, you can see what's potentially forming here. If this actually happens, if Walmart integrates crypto payments and payroll through Zebec's technology, this would be huge. Like, we're talking about one of the biggest corporations on the planet, potentially paying employees with Zebec. And if all this happens, it would change everything. It would bring massive attention, real world credibility, and a flood of new users and investors into the ecosystem. So Walmart getting involved in crypto payments through a chain of connections that leads straight to Zebec could be the kind of event that pushes this project into the spotlight globally. And for Uphold's overall vision, they're not just focused on crypto, they're focused on bridging the gap between traditional finance and digital assets. So essentially, they're building what could become like the Wall Street of crypto. And the beautiful thing is, Zebec is coming along for that ride. Every partnership, every expansion that Uphold does gives Zebec more exposure, more credibility, and more integration into real financial systems. Now, they've even rumored to be working on something with Ripple. And they also have this crypto bag feature that rewards users. But honestly, that's something I want to just save for another video because it deserves its own breakdown. Like, there's a lot to unpack there. But here's how it all ties together. So Uphold is breaking into traditional finance, and Zebec, through its payroll, its payment solutions, is positioned to benefit from that directly. If Uphold ends up working with companies like Walmart, then other major corporations will likely follow. And who's going to provide the crypto payroll tech for all of them? Zebec. Like, that's why I'm so bullish on this project. They're building real utility that could be adopted by some of the biggest names in the world. And if all this continues the way it's going, Zebec could easily reach new heights in the next few years. And I know what I'm about to say might sound a little crazy, but if they actually tap into large-scale financial systems, we could be looking at Zebec hitting $1 someday. And some might think that's kind of far-fetched. But honestly, if you look at how all of this is lining up, it's not unrealistic. But now let's shift gears a bit and just take a look at like the numbers real quick in the chart. So Zebec is slightly up this week, and it's slightly down in both market cap and volume. And if we look at sentiment, it's sitting at 89% bullish, so that's pretty good. And of course, we're still waiting on that Binance listing, which could be a major catalyst when it happens. But in the meantime, let's talk about market structure, because this is where things start to get a little interesting. So Zebec's been holding this fair value gap, this imbalance in price, and every time we test it, price refuses to close below. And you'll see this kind of thing all the time across crypto and markets. And this chart even shows multiple X's marking those points, and each time Zebec holds that area, that's a strong sign of accumulation and support. So as long as we're consolidating here, this remains a very strong zone and honestly a decent buying opportunity. And yeah, we could see some manipulation to the downside. Anything's possible in crypto. We literally saw a $19 billion liquidation in just like 30 minutes the other day. So volatility is always on the table. But even after that massive liquidation, Zebec didn't close below its fair value gap. So that tells you something, like this structure is holding and it's showing real strength. Now, to sum all this up, Zebec and Uphold, they're working together in ways that could fundamentally change how people get paid in crypto. Uphold brings regulation, transparency, and financial access. Zebec brings the payment rails and real-world use cases. And now with Walmart's name being tied into the mix, through the zero hash connections, we might be seeing the early stages of something big. And if these partnerships keep evolving the way that they have been, like Zebec could easily be at the center of one of the biggest transformations in crypto and finance. Like mass adoption, it doesn't happen overnight, but moves like these are what really start it. So that's all I got for Zebec for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, like it up, comment, and subscribe. It really means a lot. Make sure you guys do your own research because I'm not a financial advisor. And if you guys are looking for a crypto trading community to learn and receive time-sensitive alerts, check out the link down below. And
So shout out to crypto callouts and the information about Walmart and Uphold. Yasim, yes, it will. So guys, thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat. And I thought there might be another little quick hitter on here. That one was 7 minutes. I think there was one for 9 minutes. What we got? An hour. I think we can squeeze this in real quick. See what he's talking about and shut it down. Why is there no sound?
Positioning themselves for what could be one of the biggest deep-in plays of this cycle. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, smash that like button right now and subscribe, because we're about to break down why Zebec might be sitting on a gold mine that most people are completely sleeping on. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for this one. So let's talk numbers first. ZBCN is up 4% this week, down 2.3% this month, and honestly, that's exactly the kind of sideways action that makes me pay attention. You know what happened right before major breakouts in 2021? This exact pattern. According to RWA 365 on X, we're seeing two massive pieces of news that nobody's really connecting the dots on yet, and I want to get your opinion on this. Do you think the market is intentionally ignoring good news right now, or are we just early? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I'm genuinely curious what you're seeing. The technical patterns are backing this up too. We've got a confirmed double bottom reversal with a price target of $0.0064, which would be a clean 30% move if momentum holds. Not financial advice, obviously, but that's a textbook setup that traders dream about. But here's where it gets spicy. Remember when the SEC dropped that DePIN token clarity on October 1st? That regulatory tailwind just removed one of the biggest clouds hanging over the entire sector. Less regulatory risk means more institutional comfort, and more institutional comfort means more money flowing in. It's that simple. The timing is almost too perfect, like someone planned this whole sequence of events. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Now, according to RWA 365's post on X, there's a Binance listing rumor that refuses to die. And honestly, when you look at Zebec's partnerships, it starts making sense. We're talking Circle, Stellar, MasterCard. These aren't your random crypto partnerships where two projects tweet at each other and call it collaboration. This is serious institutional firepower. The Gatenox acquisition added another layer of legitimacy to their operations. So ask yourself this. If you were Binance, looking to list projects with real-world utility and heavyweight backing, would you ignore ZBCN? I'll let you answer that one. Then there's the Genius Act partnership announced in July 2025. According to Zebec's announcement, they're giving traditional finance institutions seamless, real-time Web3 access without the usual headaches of wallets and bridges. Think about what that means for a second. Every TradFi institution that's been sitting on the sidelines because Web3 is too complicated, Zebec just removed their biggest excuse. The pathway from traditional finance to crypto is about to get a whole lot smoother, and Zebec is building that highway. One interesting perspective making rounds comes from Digital Nomad Investor, who ran an algorithm comparing ZBCN to cryptos that have been listed or are in various stages of being listed on Binance. The Binance listing similarity score? Let's just say the data is encouraging. When you've got quantitative analysis backing up the rumors, it stops being just hopeful speculation and starts looking like probability. But wait. We're just getting warmed up. Minutes Network Token dropped a partnership announcement that's actually kind of brilliant. According to their post, ZBCN is joining Unity's redemption marketplace. Users can now withdraw rewards directly in Zebec's native token, and Unity operators get access to a Unity-branded MasterCard linked to in-app rewards powered by the Zebec card suite. Instant, borderless spending. Let me say that again for the people in the back: instant, borderless spending of crypto rewards through a MasterCard. That's not future tech, that's happening right now. How many other projects can you name that are doing this at scale? I'll wait. The Red Piranha described it perfectly on X, calling Zebec a freight train with unstoppable momentum crashing through fintech. Maybe a bit dramatic, but looking at the execution, not entirely wrong. The crypto-to-real-world bridge is being built faster than most people realize, and Zebec is holding the construction permits. Let's talk interoperability because this is where Zebec really flexes. According to George Robert 12's Hughes on X, ZBCN operates as a multi-chain powerhouse supporting Solana, Ethereum Layer 2s, Algorand, SUI, Base, BNB Chain, Near, Tron, Ton, and more. That's over 15 ecosystems where you can spend tokens via Zebec cards. They're not picking favorites, they're building infrastructure that works everywhere. The cross-chain operations abstract away all the blockchain complexities, making token swaps, payment streams, and DeFi interactions feel effortless. When mass adoption comes, it won't be because everyone learned how to navigate 10 different blockchains. It'll be because projects like Zebec made it so easy that users don't even think about which chain they're using. The deep-in and real-world asset integration is another angle that deserves attention. Partnerships with IoTex and Chainlink for tokenizing real-world assets and decentralized infrastructure. That's connecting the physical world to the blockchain in ways that create actual utility. And the TradFi bridge with compliant tools like MasterCard and Visa cards, plus ISO 20022 alignment. They're not trying to replace banks, they're making it possible to work alongside them seamlessly. That's smart strategy, not crypto tribalism. According to multiple sources reporting on social media, partnerships are building quite frequently with Zebec. RWA365 put together an overview showing the partnership ecosystem, and it's genuinely impressive. But the one that really stands out? The Zebec and Ondo partnership. By merging Zebec's continuous payment technology with Ondo's USDY stablecoin, these two powerhouses are setting up infrastructure for a financial revolution. Now, let's address the market manipulation elephant, because we need to be real about this. Look at what happened with the HBAR ETF. Pumped on news, then manipulated back lower. Sound familiar? According to observations shared across the crypto community, the whole market is in an accumulation period. News hits, prices get pushed down, weak hands sell, and smart money accumulates. If you're selling on these dips, you're literally handing your position to someone who understands the game better. These are the times to buy, not panic sell. One of the biggest opportunities in a lifetime doesn't announce itself with fireworks, it whispers during consolidation. A well-known crypto analyst mentioned looking for a $500 billion market cap for HBAR and a $10 billion market cap for ZBCN in the future. Now, whether those exact numbers hit or not, the directional thinking is sound. We're talking about projects building real infrastructure during a bear market. When the bull cycle returns and people remember that utility matters, that's when these valuations start making sense. Technically, ZBCN has formed a massive flag pattern. For those who don't speak chart, that's typically a continuation pattern that suggests explosive moves once the setup completes. When the fuse lights on this one, and I say when not if, we could see some phenomenal price action. But beyond the charts, think about the fundamental thesis. This project is positioning itself to capture payroll market share with products that traditional ACH providers simply can't match without adopting crypto technology themselves. You know, the question isn't if crypto tech will reach critical mass in the financial world, it's when. I recently heard Pomp make an interesting prediction. In 10 years, no one will say crypto, they'll just say finance. Think about that reality for a minute. When blockchain technology becomes so integrated into financial systems that we stop distinguishing between the two, projects building that infrastructure today, like Zebec,
And that, my friends, is actually pretty big, right? When it gets to the point where it's not even outside of finance, it's part of finance. And I think that integration is what they're working on now, because as things go, it will be a straight on integration, right? It'll be seamless. It'll be one big system, right? It won't be separate. It won't be called out. It'll just be part of the overall process. So let me know what you guys think about that as well. And of course, getting ready to shut it down. So thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let's finish this video out.
Will be the backbone of that system. I'm positioning myself accordingly, and you need to decide if you want to be part of that future or watching from the sidelines wondering what happened. So, here's my opinion, and I want yours too. Zebec is executing across multiple vectors: regulatory clarity timing, exchange listings, institutional partnerships, real-world utility through cards, multi-chain interoperability, TradFi integration, and DeFi infrastructure. You know, it's not just a one-trick pony, it's really a comprehensive strategy for becoming essential financial infrastructure. The price action might be a bit boring right now, but hey, those boring accumulation phases are exactly when those life-changing positions get built. So, are we early, or am I completely reading this wrong? I mean, drop your take in the comments because I genuinely want to know what you're thinking. The pieces are moving into position. You can see the partnerships being announced, the technology is being deployed, and the regulatory environment is, well, it's clearing up. The only question left is whether you're paying attention, or just, scrolling past the biggest setup of this cycle. Hey, don't forget to crush that like button if you found this analysis valuable, and subscribe if you haven't already, because we're covering the projects that actually matter, not just the ones everyone's hyping. Remember, this video does not constitute financial advice or a recommendation and should not be treated as such. I strongly advise seeking independent financial guidance from a qualified and regulated professional before.
Oh, that's pretty interesting as an ending. But again, thanks for joining, guys. It's your main man, BTM. I might come back on later with a XRP video if I can get some XRP updates. But let me know in the comments. But as always, let's get back to the money, guys, and stay dangerous. It's your main man, BTM, signing out. And see you soon. Miner out.